Game number 7, and now a game at the start of the season, which you'd look at as well, it's hard to say. Swansea weren't expected to be so bad.
Even 5 weeks ago, you could
5 weeks ago, you could see Leicester getting some points here, but no, getting from bad to worse.
They're in strife. I don't even know what to say. I can't imagine this.
He's lost for words. I know.
You're champions. They're champions.
They're champions. It's the worst start to a champions. Well,
it's the worst half season.
Well, this far into the season, they've got the lowest points tally for a champion in the next season of the Premier League. And look, it's getting from bad to worse.
They're going down in this form. They need to show something because. Look, we didn't expect Swansea and Hull to improve sort of this much
or this significantly,
momentum, but because they have, Leicester are in serious danger now.
And Swansea playing really nicely now, and basically they're taking advantage of any side that's showing any wobbles. They took care of Liverpool at Anfield, which was quite a job.
Very good.
I mean, they scored 2 goals. Liverpool came back, and then they still got that winner at the end.
Then away from home against Man City.
Yeah, they
took them right to the end.
Right to the end. They almost snatched a point there. And, of course, they beat Southampton the week before, or midweek, rather. Well, some say that Swansea have improved mostly now because they've got a coach now managing them. And the coach has more or less organised their defence. They're conceding less now. And it's really helped them in this little push. They are still conceding, though. It's still been a while since they had a clean sheet. They've only had 1 or 2 clean sheets maybe in the last 20 games or something like that.
But the point is they've improved heaps. I mean, now they're conceding like 1 goal a game.
Well, now they're threatening up front. That's the main thing.
They're threatening up front, and they're conceding 1 goal a game instead of 4 or 3.
And
so that's going to help you win a lot more games.
They didn't necessarily recruit heavily in January, but the manager coming in now is really starting to pay dividends.
Well, that's their recruitment, really.
Yeah, and Leicester, looking at Leicester now, I mean, they're in poor form. They're losing everything, really. True that they've been playing against tough sides, but
they're just conceding and they're struggling to score. I mean, look, Slimani and Mahrez are back, so that'll help them.
Yeah, Slimani's back from injury.
Vardy is not the same player as he was last season at all.
One of the biggest stats, I know we're not really into the stats here that much, but Leicester have not scored since 2016 in the Premier League, which is a big problem for them, especially the fact that they're conceding. They're just conceding too much.
That's the thing, yeah.
And, well, it's a prime recipe for losing. And Leicester, away from home, have almost lost at every possible opportunity.
The away from home this season, they've been consistent.
But it's not been a good
consistently bad. They've conceded and they can't get wins.
The morale is low, and Swansea are on a high here.
You know where we're going with this.
It's almost like an upset. They're slight favourites, Swansea, but I feel like they should be greater favourites than what they are. And look, it's this upwards momentum that they've got, Swansea, and that's the main thing here. It's probably going to be a short-term thing. Like you can't expect this to last the whole season.
Yeah, like you think at some point Swansea will back off a little bit, but the way they're going about it now, it's hard to go against them.
And you have to back Swansea, and really, they're going to have a dip at some point, probably, when they have a few demoralising defeats or they lose, they drop points in the last minute or something like that. But for now, they've still got that momentum, and we're expecting Swansea to take this one and send Leicester into the relegation zone.
Which will be bad.
As much as it pains us to say it.
Yeah. Moving on now to game number 6, the other tough game of the week, Sunderland versus Southampton. Now, this is tough for a couple